John Daly was supposed to be a golf legend, a two-time major champion with raw talent that could drive a ball over 300 yards when most pros couldn't reach 250. Instead, his career became one of the biggest cautionary tales in sports history, a story of excess, addiction, and complete self-destruction. From his shocking 1991 PGA Championship win to blowing over $50 million on gambling and getting arrested outside a Hooters restaurant, Daly's career hit more rock bottoms than peaks. But how did someone with so much talent throw it all away? Today, we're diving deep into the life of golf's most infamous figure and exploring exactly how John Daly destroyed his own career. John Daly wasn't your typical country club golfer. Born in California but raised in Arkansas, he learned the game at age 5 and was beating adult players by age 13. His club had to change their rules just to stop him from embarrassing grown men. He won state amateur championships in Missouri and Arkansas, proving his talent was real from the very beginning. By 1991, something incredible happened. Daly was the 9th and final alternate for the PGA Championship. He got the call at the last minute, drove through the night, and showed up without even practicing. Most people expected him to miss the cut. Instead, he won by 3 strokes in one of golf's biggest upsets ever. This wasn't just luck. This was pure natural ability on full display. This victory should have launched a Hall of Fame career. Daly had everything needed for greatness: distance off the tee that nobody could match, a fearless playing style that fans absolutely loved, and a blue-collar personality that made golf accessible to regular people for the first time. He was nicknamed Long John and Wild Thing for good reason. His grip it and rip it philosophy attracted new fans to golf. In 1995, Daly proved his first major wasn't a fluke. He won the Open Championship at St. Andrews in a playoff against Italian golfer Costantino Rocca. Winning at the home of golf should have cemented his legacy as one of the greats. 2 major championships before age 30 suggested a Hall of Fame career was inevitable. But there was a dark problem hiding beneath all that success. Daly had been drinking alcohol since before age 10. By the time he won his first major, alcohol already controlled his life completely. He called himself a textbook alcoholic in his autobiography, but also claimed he wasn't an alcoholic at all. The contradictions were everywhere and showed how deep his denial ran. His gambling addiction was even worse than the drinking. Daly loved slot machines because he could sit alone and lose money in private solitude. After finishing second at a tournament in 2005 and winning $750,000, he went straight to Las Vegas that same night. In one single session, he lost $1.65 million. $600,000 of that vanished in just the first 30 minutes of gambling. The pattern was always exactly the same. Daly would have success on the golf course, then immediately sabotage himself off it within hours. His drinking and gambling were connected in a vicious cycle that he couldn't break no matter how hard he tried. Every victory became an excuse to celebrate with destructive behavior. The PGA Tour tried to help Daly for years, but their patience had clear limits. Over 18 years, they built a 456-page disciplinary file on him. Think about that number for a second. Nearly 500 pages of documented problems from one single player. No other golfer in history has come close to that level of trouble. He was suspended 5 different times throughout his career, fined over $65,000 in total penalties, cited 11 times for conduct unbecoming a professional, and an incredible 21 times for failing to give best efforts. These weren't small mistakes or minor infractions. These were clear patterns of behavior that showed Daly didn't respect the game, his competitors, or himself. Some of his on-course meltdowns became legendary for all the wrong reasons. In 1998, he scored an 18 on a single par 5 hole at Bay Hill. Most amateur weekend golfers don't score 18 on an entire hole. He hit golf balls over spectators during exhibitions, creating serious safety hazards. He threw tantrums like a child and walked off courses mid-round without finishing. His personal life was equally messy and chaotic. Daly was married 4 different times, and each relationship ended badly with public drama. He was charged with 3rd-degree assault for allegedly throwing one wife into a wall. Another time, he showed up to play golf covered in cuts and scrapes after being attacked with a steak knife by a different wife. Before we continue with more of Daly's shocking behavior, let's talk about today's sponsor, Fubo. If you're a sports fan who wants to catch all the action without the drama of John Daly's career, Fubo has you covered with live sports streaming. Check out the link in the description to sign up today and never miss your favorite games. By 2008, Daly hit absolute rock bottom in full public view. He was found drunk and passed out outside a Hooters restaurant in North Carolina. The mugshot photos went everywhere across the internet. Here was a former major champion, reduced to being held by police until he sobered up enough to function. It resulted in a $10,000 fine and a 6-month suspension from professional golf. But the gambling losses were the real career killer. Daly admitted to losing over $50 million throughout his entire career. He once lost a $2.5 million endorsement deal with Callaway Golf on the exact same night he signed the contract. He went straight from the signing ceremony to a casino and gambled away his future earnings in one session. His swing coach, Butch Harmon, finally gave up on him completely in 2008. Harmon publicly stated that getting drunk was the most important thing in Daly's life. When your own professional coach says you care more about drinking than golf, you know there's no coming back from that level of addiction. Daly's body eventually started breaking down from decades of alcohol abuse. He was hospitalized for alcohol poisoning 4 separate times. In one terrifying incident in Morton, Arkansas, his blood alcohol level reached nearly 4.0. He was clinically dead for over 9 seconds before doctors revived him. Most people would die permanently from that level of alcohol in their system. In 2020, he was diagnosed with bladder cancer at age 54. Despite this life-threatening diagnosis, he recently admitted to drinking 60 to 65 cans of his own brand vodka cocktails every single day. Even facing cancer and potential death, he couldn't stop destroying his body with alcohol. Daly lost his PGA Tour playing privileges in 2007 and has relied on special sponsor exemptions ever since. His recent performances have been completely embarrassing to watch. At the 2025 Insperity Invitational, he finished dead last among all competitors. He withdrew from another tournament after playing just 7 holes for undisclosed personal reasons. The man who once drove golf balls farther than anyone in professional golf can barely compete against golfers half his age now. His hands shake visibly from years of heavy drinking. His knees need surgical replacement from decades of physical wear and poor health choices. The raw physical talent that made him special is completely gone forever. Daly himself knows he completely wasted his career potential. He's openly admitted to wasting his talent during the 1990s due to poor preparation and lack of professional effort. He wishes he had the mental attitude and discipline then that he claims to have now. But it's far too late to change anything. Critics argue that Daly was simply a stubborn addict who couldn't let go of a party boy image. Others say he could have been one of the greatest golfers in history with proper discipline and commitment. The truth is probably both perspectives are correct. John Daly's career is the ultimate cautionary tale in all of professional sports. He had everything needed to be a golf legend for generations. Natural talent that comes along once in a lifetime. A personality that brought completely new fans to the traditionally stuffy sport. Major championship victories that proved he could perform under the highest pressure situations. But none of that natural ability mattered, because Daly was his own worst enemy every single day. Every success was immediately followed by self-sabotage and destructive behavior. Every golden opportunity was wasted on alcohol and gambling addictions. Every chance at redemption was thrown away for short-term pleasure and instant gratification. Today, Daly is remembered more for his spectacular failures than his athletic achievements. His 1991 PGA Championship win was truly incredible, but it's completely overshadowed by decades of poor personal decisions. His influence on golf culture was genuinely real, but it came at the devastating cost of his own unlimited potential. The saddest part is that this entire tragedy was completely preventable. Daly had multiple chances to get clean and save his professional career. Instead, he consistently chose addiction over greatness. He chose chaos and drama over championships and legacy. What do you think about John Daly's wasted career? Could he have been one of the greatest golfers ever if he had gotten his life together early? Let us know your honest thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more stories about athletes who threw away their careers, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content exactly like this.